Hey everyone, welcome back. In today's Power BI quick tutorial, I'm going to show you a powerful DAX formula technique, how to use virtual tables with Countrows. By the end of this walkthrough, you'll know exactly what a virtual table is, how it works behind the scenes, and how to count data flexibly for deeper, more dynamic insights. This is an essential skill if you want to level up your Power BI reporting and DAX formulas, so let's jump right in. First off, let's answer a key question: what is a virtual table? You'll hear this term a lot in DAX, so it's important to get it clear. A virtual table is a table that only exists inside a DAX formula. Specifically, it's created in memory as the formula runs, and it isn't saved anywhere in your Power BI data model. Think of it as a pop-up table conjured on the spot just for the calculation, then gone. You won't see it in your fields list, but your measures can use it to do some pretty advanced analysis. DAX functions like filter, summarize, addColumns, or values are the main ways we create these pop-up tables. Each time you use these in a measure, you're probably spinning up a virtual table. Now, where this really shines is when you start combining virtual tables with functions like Countrows. Let's look at the classic pattern for this. Imagine you want to count only the sales where the unit price is above $100. Here's how you'd use the pattern. First, you use filter to create a virtual table, narrowing down the sales table to just those rows where unit price is above 100. It's like you've filtered your spreadsheet just for expensive items, but it's happening inside your formula automatically every time the measure recalculates. Then you pass this virtual table to Countrows, and DAX returns the number of rows in that filtered selection. Let's see what this looks like in code. The formula would be Countrows filter sales unit price 100. And you might name it something like count unit price 100. What's happening under the hood is that filter scans your sales table, picks out just the qualifying rows, and feeds them as a temporary table to Countrows. That's how in one measure you can get a count that updates with your data automatically, no manual filtering needed. But virtual tables can go further. Let's check out another example. Let's say you want to count all orders that occurred more than once, maybe to find repeat purchases. Here where it gets interesting. Countrows filter summarize sales order ID, calculate Countrows sales 1. Let me explain each part. Summarize creates a virtual table of unique order IDs from the sales table. It's almost like a quick list of every individual order. Then for each of these unique orders, we check, using calculate and Countrows, how many times that order shows up in sales. If it's more than once, we keep it. The filter function wraps this logic, so the resulting virtual table is just repeat orders. Finally, Countrows counts how many unique orders are repeats. This kind of formula shows the real power of virtual tables. You're not just looking at raw rows anymore, you're creating mini datasets right inside your measures, shaping them to answer really specific business questions. It might feel a little tricky at first, but don't worry. If you mess up your logic, just step through each part and remember, virtual tables aren't permanent. They're like a backstage crew working behind the scenes so your measures perform perfectly for your users. Alright, that's it for this tutorial. If you found this helpful, please give the video a thumbs up, and if you have any questions about virtual tables or DAX in Power BI, drop them in the comments. I'm always happy to help. And of course, don't forget to subscribe for more hands-on Power BI tips and tricks. See you in the next video.